Hi, welcome to today's episode of Cooking with Mona and Mish. Today I'm making a hot pepper paste. This is very delicious and also healthy, has no preservatives, and much cheaper than buying it from the market. Let's see how we can do it. Here I have 1.5 pounds of red Thai chilies. Of course, you can buy any of your favorite chilies. I washed it with water 2-3 times and then drained it, but there is no need to dry it. It's okay if it's a little bit moist. The first most important thing before starting to handling the chili is to wear gloves. And here you can see in one of my hands that I'm going to be handling the chilies, I wore a second glove. Believe me, that's very important. In the past, I did it with one glove and still the hot spices seeped through the glove and it was very painful, okay? And then you start by cutting the stems out from each of the pepper. And here I finish them all. Also make sure to wash the cutting board and the knife very well. Then I put all the pepper in the blender. Here I have Vitamix, it's very strong blender. You can use also food processor. Then I use 1 tablespoon of rock salt. You can use either rock salt or sea salt. It's very important, don't use table salt or any salt with iodine. Okay. And I added 3/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. We turn on the blender. Now this is Vitamix. It's a strong blender. If you have, your blender is not that strong, you probably need to stop it and then stir it, around and turn it on maybe, and make sure it doesn't get like too hot. You don't want to turn it for too long. And also some of the blenders may not blend the seeds. Then you can either leave them if you can eat them, or you can just also use a strainer and strain out the seeds. Also, if your blender gave you hard time, you can add some water. Or here I have, I made yesterday a sweet pepper paste, and this was the liquid after I strained it, so I'm going to use that. This is optional, you don't have to use it. I just want it to be a little bit more smoother. Also, I recommend before opening the blender to wear a mask because the smell is really strong. So here is the texture of the paste, and here I emptied the pepper into the pot. Then I added the liquid to the blender, so I'll wash down all the peppers from the walls of the blender and then added them into the pot. Also, at this stage, you can put the paste into a small containers and put them in the freezer. And just get one container and put it in the fridge whenever you want to use it. Also, that tastes really good. But I want to can these so I can send them by mail to Oregon to my sister-in-law. Okay, so I added here the liquid, and then I'm gonna put it on the stove to cook it down and thicken it. And here is the texture that I got. So in the beginning, I put it on high heat, and when it started boiling, I removed the foam from the top, and this foam, we threw it away. We don't use it. Then I lowered the heat and let it boil, and I was stirring it every once in a while. And then I left it on the heat for about 30 minutes till it thickened to the texture that you like, okay? Then I put it while hot in small jars. Make sure these jars are sterilized and they are dry, completely dry, okay? So you need to fill the jar while the paste is hot. So actually, since the jars were small, it took me some time. It would have been better if I kept it on the stove and did it while it was on the stove, so it will stay hot, okay? Then with clean towel, you need to clean the edges of the jar and then cover it with a little bit olive oil. and then close it while it's hot, and make sure to close it very tight. Now you can store this in the pantry, and whenever you want to use it, you open it up, you need to put it in the fridge, okay? And you need to add a little bit olive oil on the top, so make sure the top doesn't get dry. Even while in the fridge, if it gets dry, the top, you can just, take it out, wipe it out, scoop it out. Make sure always when you want to scoop out these, always use clean spoons, because if it gets any bacteria in it, it will spoil it, okay? I hope you guys like this recipe and try it, and let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Bye.